Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode. Last episode we ended up doing the first two races of our Extreme Dirt Tour. Well, technically, we started with trying to earn a seat in the Dirt Tour, and then we found our seat at one of the top teams of the series, and we ended up asserting our dominance by winning the first two races, and then we went and did a NASCAR Gander Outdoors Truck Series hot seat in Texas, where we ended up finishing P3 in a somewhat mediocre team. So yeah, it went very well. We ended up winning 4 races already. We won 2 of our hot seat races for the Extreme Dirt Tour hot seats, and then we won the 2 first races of our full-time career in the Dirt Series. So now it is time to go to one of the only there are 2 tracks in the Dirt Tour that are actually tracks: the Bristol Dirt Race and then Eldora, which is what we are doing today to start with. So here we go for Eldora. Here we go for qualifying here in Eldora. First time racing this track on a video. I've raced here plenty of times online. It's honestly probably one of my favorites. Other than the Bristol. You only get 1 lap, and we're going to come through with that lap for a 16.825 for another pole position. Man, we are just whooping the AI, aren't we? By 2/10 over Leslie Gomez. Let's head to the race. Here we go for Eldora. Green, green, green for 4 laps around Eldora. Last lap here in Eldora. And yeah, we are absolutely whooping these guys in the championship. It's 3 for 3. So we win in Eldora. And in a way, in the Dirt Series, we have a 5-race winning streak. For the last 5 races that we have taken part of in the Extreme Dirt Tour, we have gone on to win. Alright. I'm thinking I might have to increase the difficulty. Otherwise, I'll just end up running away with the championship. We are 18 points ahead of our nearest of the man in second, that being our teammate of Mark Hunter. Damn. 120 points. Only 3 drivers are over 100 points at the moment. being myself, Mark Hunter, and Tony Stewart. But still early days. Let's see how this moves on. Okay, we got our first opportunity to renegotiate contract. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm immediately going to sign a contract option with our current team of Northfield Motorsports. So that is always what I do whenever I get a contract offer. In any NASCAR game, I always choose the team that I am currently racing for. And then I'll check my options after that. Next up is Charlotte. Here we go. Qualifying here in Charlotte. Another pole position. Very nice. You know, we are whooping these guys 8/10 over Bobby Carter in second. Here we go, Charlotte. For the Freightliner 100. Green, green, green. We slide up the track just a bit and just scratch the wall just barely. Didn't pull away immediately like we did the last couple of races. Absolute domination so far this season. We come home for another race win. We have another NASCAR Truck Series hot seat, Iowa Speedway. Looking for a top 5, we would get $6,250 if we were to get it. So let's push for a top 15. This is a 4-star team, so I think we can do pretty well. Okay, here we go for qualifying. Okay, my preferred camera angle for Truck Series. Come through for P5. Alright. Best qualifying in the truck. Let's see here. Pole position goes to Grant Enfinger And then second place, Todd Gilliland. Third place, Matt Crafton, the 2019 champion who never even won a race in 2019. He still won the championship. P4, Brett Moffitt, and P5, ourselves. Let's head to the race. What's this, Reddit? Huh, okay. Let's head to the race. Iowa Speedway for the M&M's 350. It's green, green, green. Can't overtake anyone until the start-finish line. Here we go. Eight laps around Iowa. Already in P3. Going to make the dive underneath the my two favorite truck drivers from the 2020 season. And we clear Matt Crafton. At this time, the reigning champion. Having won his third NASCAR Truck Series championship in a very, very spectacular fashion. Winning it without winning a single race. Not even the finale. For my European fans who don't watch NASCAR, I'll be explaining the playoff system once we reach the playoffs. But until then, it's nothing like F1 point system. For the regular season championship, yeah, sure it is. But you don't actually get anything, you just get the advantage going into the playoff system. I kind of want to slow down to let these guys catch up. 3 laps remaining here in Iowa. This is a Texas team, and I can clearly tell because of the decals. You got a bunch of Texas flags and Texas, the state of Texas stickers, and on the back you got a "Don't mess with Texas." Last lap to try and win our first ever Truck Series race win, and only our second time in a truck. Here we go. Glory in Iowa. We win the M&M's 200. You know what, let's go celebrate in the grass. Something I've always kind of done in every NASCAR game. Let's just go pick up the grass. Just mow up the grass. Just use the truck or car as a lawnmower. Alright. We did it. And we are in a cloud of dust and dirt. See you back in the Extreme Dirt Tour. Here we go, qualifying at Bristol. Obviously, this is the track where I got my first pole position of my career, and also first win of the career. And we copy it, we copy the pole position. I turned the difficulty up a bit, so hopefully we'll have a bit of a fight. And yeah. And then I have something special for the playoffs, which will be probably in a separate video itself. So yeah, we only have 5 races remaining, including this one, until the playoffs begin. Green flag here in Bristol. Oh no. We win in Bristol. And I do believe that now with a 31-point gap, I don't need to win any more races. I just need to keep on putting in good finishes, and I will win the regular season championship, which will give me the advantage for the season championship in the playoffs. We have one more hot seat for the Truck Series. It is Pocono with a 5-star team of GMS Racing. We need a top 3 and will be paid $10,000 and we'll have a chance to race for GMS. Here we go to the tricky triangle. Sorry, I lost recording there. Okay, so I don't know when I lost the recording, but we have a chance to go for a top team in the Truck Series. However, we need a top 3 at the tricky triangle to get it. We finish top 3, we'll also get ourselves a good 10K to possibly start our own team. We won't be doing that for a while, however. And if I do, I'll probably start in the dirt series and move up, just like I did at the start of the career. So yeah, here we go. Pocono. Probably one of my favorite tracks on this game. Yeah, here we go. You just gotta watch out for turn 1 and turn 2. And after that, you're pretty much fine. I mean, you gotta really understand the turn in for turn 2. And once you get that done, should be pretty easy. Driving the 21 Chevrolet, normally driven by Zane Smith. We come through to start our one and only qualifying lap, right up against the safer barrier. Just exit throttle just a tiny little bit. Use the apron. Come through turn 2, the throttle, and flat out down into turn 3. And this is cool, you can just go flat out in turn 3 as well. You don't need to let go of the gas or nothing. Come through to finish the lap. P5. It is P5. So we need to pass 2 cars in the span of what will be 2 laps. However, we are starting 4th. Okay, that helps us very nicely. I'm not really looking to win the race. I'm just looking to take P3. However, we have a car that can go for the race win, and we got a car that's going for the lead of the race immediately, not even into turn 1 yet, and we have taken the lead here at Pocono. However, Johnny Sauter behind us. Just need to keep going, no mistakes. He gets the better exit from turn 2. Go and squeeze him to the wall. He backs out. What will he do? Going down the main straight. One lap to go here at Pocono. Forcing dirty air to Sauter, so he won't be able to use the slipstream to catch us. However, the AI do tend to have better exits out of turn 2, so let's see how this goes. 4/10 in it between me and Sauter going into turn 2. Out of turn 2. Is he going to catch? He doesn't. We actually have the better exit, gaining time on him into the final corner. Looking to win in Pocono. The tricky triangle has been tamed. We take another truck victory here in Pocono. Love it when I get the win at difficult tracks. This is actually good motivation because we're in the dirt tour. We're going to the only street race, and it's not exactly a favorite of mine. So we actually parked it perfectly on the start-finish line. Okay, we go to Texas before we go to the road course. I completely forgot about Texas. Don't know how. It's the track that I got my contract with Northfield in the first episode of this series. We took victory. Trying to redo it. Pole position. It's looking good. Let's head to the race. Texas Motor Speedway, dirt track. So we take to the green. Six for 6 this season in the Dirt Tour. We have absolutely dominated the field, taking every win so far and putting the gap in the point standings as they stand to 240 points for myself, 203 points for Tony Stewart, a 37-point gap. I think it's safe to say that the regular season championship is ours to have the advantage going into the playoffs in 3 rounds' time. We once again have a contract negotiation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select Champions Motorsports because the payout each race is nearly $2,000. And as I look at other teams that, well, other teams don't really come close. So we're going to go with Champions Motorsports. And now it's time to go to Jefferson Road Course. Circuit that I'm not really good at in qualifying, but in the race, I am decent. Meaning I can make a couple of moves. I'm not expecting to win this race. if I'm being honest. But we got it. We've won the past 6 dirt races this season. Only got 3 races until the playoffs. I think we can do it. Here we go. Here we go for qualifying here at Jefferson. Stab into the unknown. I haven't played this track in a long time, mainly because I don't really like playing this track. Yes, it's been a while since I played the game as a whole, but even when I did play the game as in my free time, I never really played Jefferson in my free time. And even when I did start recording races on this game, I never did Jefferson. To be honest with you guys, I would, if it weren't for me to be doing this series, I would probably skip Jefferson. Both Jefferson races. Move through to start the one and only qualifying lap. Great, we've already hit the barrier to damage the car. Luckily the engine is still 100%. It's just the aero down by 7%. Radiator is still fine as well. Which doesn't surprise me. Normally the engine does take damage before the radiator, but whenever the engine takes damage, the radiator also takes damage, so going for a 119.236. We tagged the wall for a second time this run. Looking good, and by good I mean a very solid pole position. By 3.59 seconds. Okay, what was I worried about? Jefferson Raceway. It's 2 laps here at Jefferson. Sorry, 1 lap. Sorry. Only 1 lap around Jefferson. Around this hellhole. Take the win here in Jefferson to keep our winning streak alive. I do believe that actually wraps up the regular season championship. Yeah, 48 points ahead of Tony Stewart. It's over. It is over. With 2 races left before the playoffs, I would have to DNF out of the next 2 races. I would have to score 0 points, and Tony would have to score maximum points to tie the regular season championship. And, well, I would end up winning it because of me having more race wins than him. So, yeah. On to the next race. Here we go. This is Fanatec Speedway Fairgrounds. Oh, hello, and we have flipped it. We flipped it. Oh my goodness. I don't believe it. We bloody flipped it. It's like one of the few times I've actually flipped the car in this series. Let alone this game. I've hardly flipped a car in this game. It's most of the time been in this series. We come across the line now for a 19.8 for pole position. Nothing is slowing us down. Let's head on into the race. Here we go. Going green. Green, green, green. So, one of the stories of the day was Tony Stewart crashing in qualifying, much like how we almost did. So Mark Hunter, who is one of our teammates, he has a opportunity here to take second place in the points away from Tony. Even if he were to finish behind Leslie Gomez, Mark would end up taking second in the points. By a good margin, too. So that would give him a advantage going into the playoffs. Last lap. Can Mark hold on? He has a good gap ahead of Leslie. We win. Mark Hunter is going to finish in P2. It's a Northfield 1-2. And Tony Stewart down in 17th. So Tony did make some very good, solid moves. However, it actually lands with Tony losing out even to P3 in the point standings. Mark Hunter now 263 points, 3 points ahead of Caleb Stevenson, and 11 points to the good over Tony Stewart. So let's see what happens in the final race before the playoffs. And the final race of this episode, hopefully. I don't think we have another truck race at all. So here we go, the final qualifying of this video. Here at Richmond, they essentially just took the Richmond track and put dirt on it. This is not what they do in real life. They do not go to Richmond, the actual NASCAR track Richmond, and put dirt on it. They do not do that. There is no such thing, however, as the Extreme Dirt Tour. There is dirt racing, though, that a lot of NASCAR drivers, including 2021 NASCAR Cup champion Kyle Larson, is known for. And now as we come through to take a 22.731 to take pole position in the final regular season race. The fight for second in the regular season championship still rages on. Our teammate currently holds the position. However, he is not in a very high position. Green flag. Mark Hunter is not in the top 5, which means he is behind his rival Tony Stewart. And I don't know where Caleb Stevenson is, the man who is only 3 points back. Mark Hunter is actually up into P3 now. Holy crap, when did that happen? So Mark is doing well. P3, however, is rival of Caleb Stevenson trying to catch up to Mark. Mark going for P2 in the race. He overtakes Bobby Carter onto the final lap. Can we make it another Northfield 1-2 for me and Mark? Not just in the race, but in the championship, in the regular season point standings. We're going to come through to win every race of the regular season. Domination Central. My goodness. What a regular season to my first season in the Dirt Tour. And in a car that in every hot seat that I did was nowhere near the front. Sure, the other Northfield cars were up there winning races, but this car was nowhere near the top 5 even. And then here we come, and we just come in, we slide in, and we absolutely dominate the regular season. And with that finish, the regular season point standings are official. We have received 360 points. That is pretty much a perfect regular season. Winning every race in the regular season to score 360 points. I have never done that. My goodness. Domination Central. So, the Truck Series team of Nice Motorsports has loved the performances that I've been putting in, and they have given me a special contract invite. You cannot decline these, so you are forced to accept them, but that is actually very good because Nice Motorsports has dominated 2020. We have another contract negotiation for the Truck Series. We're going to go with Smoke Racing because this will have Tony Stewart as a teammate. It has really good payout per race. So yeah. The playoffs. So I'm going to... Okay, we are not doing the race. Okay, I thought I clicked go to race. I clicked go to menu by accident. I'm going to explain the playoff system in this video, and then I'll explain it in the next video at the start. What time is it? Okay, 7 o'clock. So here is how this works. There are 8 drivers in the playoffs. We do 4 rounds, and then we go to a championship 4 shootout in Eldora. The first playoff race is in Drebin, then we go to Jefferson, Gross, then Fanatec Fairgrounds, and then finish the 4-race sprint in Charlotte, and then we have the 4-driver championship chase in Eldora. So the way this works is I'm to the good by 54 points, which pretty much means I have advanced. I don't need to win any races in the next 4 races. I just need to make sure that no other playoff driver beats me. Otherwise, we'll have an issue. Our teammate, Mark Hunter, is good by 3. Caleb Stevenson is good by 2. And Tony Stewart is good by 1. And then, so as it stands, the top 4 that will be going into the championship would be myself, my teammate Mark Hunter, Caleb Stevenson, and Tony Stewart, which actually is pretty nice. We have no other teammates in the playoffs, so I'm going to be trying to get Mark Hunter into the championship along with me. I think the best opportunity would be Drebin and Charlotte, maybe Fanatec Fairgrounds, but in the Jefferson race, Mark Hunter did not do very well, actually got beat by a couple of other playoff drivers. So yes, if you win, you're in. So yeah. We'll be starting the playoffs in the next video on NASCAR Heat 5. Thank you for watching. If you are new to my channel and you have enjoyed my content, thank you very much. Maybe you will think of subscribing. I post F1 content. I am doing the NASCAR content now, as you can see. We have, I do Grand Theft Auto 5 content, doing the story mode. I do Red Dead content, and I'll end up doing some Red Dead Online content, same as GTA 5 online content as well. And then I do some vlogs with a fellow YouTuber, really good friend of mine. I suggest you go subscribe to his channel. I'll go ahead and leave it in the description, so you guys can just go straight there. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.